If you thought your eyes were deceiving you and you were seeing the same words being used over and over to describe Candace Owens and anyone who agrees with her, you are not crazy. Unfortunately, the PR plan has been exposed. Welcome back to another video. We are going to talk about the latest smear campaign against Candace Owens. In fact, Brandy and Billy, who are part of the Brandy and Billy podcast, were made privy to an email that lists verbatim what people are to say online in order to try and get Candace Owens to stop episode 1 from even airing. Now, I saw this happening, I don't know, weeks ago. I was like, why do they keep calling her evil? Why do they keep calling her demonic? Am I crazy? Is this a talking point? Is this something that, they've been told to do? No, I'm not crazy, and neither are you. What you see on the screen here is an email that many, many influencers received. Somehow, Brandy and Billy from the Brandy and Billy podcast were made aware of this. And as I read through it, you will see that this was meant to be kept in secrecy. This was meant not to be shared with anyone else. It was supposed to be done, silently. So it feels like everybody agrees with these talking points, or that everyone's saying the same thing because it's true. This is a classic psyop. And I think we need to understand that this is not only how the right wing operates, but it's also how the left wing operates. It's how the media operates. If you guys remember during COVID, if you kept hearing the same phrases over again, such as asymptomatic, they kept using that word asymptomatic, and people are going to infect you because they're asymptomatic. And then it was, oh, trust the experts, trust the experts, trust the experts. The science says, trust the science, trust the science. And whenever I hear someone even remotely speak like that today, I know they've been brainwashed. They were brainwashed with COVID. They're the one who got 75 shots thinking that was going to prevent them from getting the illness. They also said things like, don't you care about your sick grandmother or your elderly aunt who's dying because you don't gather, don't gather. Gatherings are dangerous, 6 feet apart. I mean, just the repeated verbiage from all of the news networks. This is something very similar. So we're going to read through this together, and then I'm going to show you guys a few examples. I showed a few of these in my live earlier this week, but I'm going to show you guys a few examples of what this is looking like online. And since this email has been made public, we've seen actually an uptick in folks doing exactly what is outlined here. So for those of you who are just listening, here's what the email says. This isn't journalism. It's pure evil. Demonic slander against a widow still in mourning. Is she mourning though? Is she mourning? Because confusion. Is she mourning because she was planning to do a Q&A, 2 days before her husband's memorial and apparently 2 days after his funeral, working for her Proclaim ministry. Is she mourning? I mean, she's laughing, talking about my husband's dead, not to be morbid. So this is a demonic slander against a widow still in mourning, dragging Charlie's name and legacy through the mud for clicks and clout. We've seen her pattern before, but this time it's personal, it's vicious, and it has to stop. They're, of course, speaking of Candace Owens. Now, in bold letters, it says talking points. Use these verbatim or close variations. Number 1, Candace Owens is evil, pure evil. You guys, how many times has Stupido Shapiro said that? Number 2, this is demonic, straight up satanic level attack on a widow and her kids. Number 3, Candace is a demon obsessed with destroying Charlie's family. Number 4, how can any real Christian stay silent while she attacks Erica Kirk like this? This one particularly pisses me off because it's like, okay, well, how can any real Christian sit around and forget to condemn the Epstein files? You guys say you care about women and children and orphans and widows. Well, how about the orphans who are being used as fodder for these men and women on the Epstein Island? Oh, all of a sudden you don't care? Please. Number 5, make sure you state that she's not asking questions. She's conducting a witch hunt. Okay. Now, after these talking points, they have something called action items. Do this now before it trends further. Quote or reply to this key post exposing the trailer and call it out using the language above. So they have a link, I believe, to the trailer or a link to someone's post, and they want these people to repost the trailer and then say something negative about it. Number two, share and quote Graham Allen's strong stand. He's leading the charge. Okay, part of me thinks that Graham Allen actually created this email. Like this is such an obvious grift for him, like a money grab. It's disgusting. So they want you to share and quote Graham Allen's strong stand. He's leading the charge. His video declaring he's coming for everyone responsible. Boost this hard. Number three, post your own version if you have reach. Tag big accounts like CatTurd2, Gunther Eagleman, Jordan Wells, Joel Berry, and use hashtag Stand with Erica, hashtag Charlie Kirk Legacy, and hashtag Stop Candace. Number four, and this is what you're seeing. So someone in my live actually said this earlier, but number four is flood the replies under any Candace defending or neutral posts with the demonic evil framing, make it possible to ignore. So if you're seeing a ton of people, flying monkeys coming in and talking about how evil and demonic Candace is over a post that's sort of like neutral or, maybe even supporting Candace, this is because they received the email. This coordinated push worked against her before. It can bury this trailer before episode 1 even drops. Don't let the quote discernment crowd spin this as brave truth telling. It's exploitation of tragedy. If you're in, hit reply with quote in and we'll loop you into the next update. For Charlie, for Erica, for the kids, for what's left of decency on our side. Stay strong. The CU team. Okay, those are the letters CU. Forward only, do not reply all. So I'm wondering who the CU team is. I'll have to look into that. I wonder if they're associated with TPUSA at all. So now let's look at some of the X posts that we've seen online and see how closely they align with this letter. So I showed this earlier in one of my videos, the Christian angle. Remember, let me put this back up on the screen. The directions for Christians were, how can any real Christian stay silent while she attacks Erica Kirk like this? Then Elisa Childers says, if you are a Christian woman caught up in this, you need to do some serious soul searching right now. How does this glorify God? Ask yourself, what purpose does this serve? So as you can see, this is straight from the PR firm. This is straight from what they've asked people to do. Now, the next one is a montage. I also showed this earlier in one of my lives. What you will see is every single bold letter is the word evil or the word demonic. Remember, one of the talking points that they wanted people to use was evil, pure evil, or demonic, demon obsessed. Right? So when I put that back on the screen, you see this is evil because, this is all because Charlie didn't pick Candace. And Candace Owens is a special kind of evil. This is evil what Candace is doing to Erica, what she's doing to his legacy. She's evil, psychotic. She's pure evil. So you see the exact phrasing, pure evil. She's the most evil woman. She's straight up demonic. So again, it's just so obvious that this is a coordinated attack. And what the right is missing is that people who are truly conservative, not just Republicans, but truly conservative, despise this kind of psyop. We despise this kind of thinking and this kind of rhetoric. We do not want to be lied to. We do not want to be mass marketed to. And the sooner they realize that, this is going to backfire majorly because there are too many people who support free speech and support free thinking. All right, you guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Is this crazy or what? Leave a comment on your way out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one.